Hello Odoo enthusiasts, welcome to the Odoo Experience 2020. My name is Tobias Hammeke and I'm the founder and CEO of Odoo Business Solutions. In this talk I want to demonstrate how we develop modules and functions that are suitable for the real estate industry, meaning for real estate agents, project development companies or property management companies. Before we go now into the details, let me briefly introduce Odoo Business Solutions.
Congratulations on winning the award for Best Partner of Europe.
Thank you.
So, as a Best Partner, can you tell me something more about your business philosophy?
We try to focus really on standard, on configuration possibilities, which are awesome in Odoo already. We want to implement Odoo as cost efficient as possible. We focus only on Odoo, and Odoo and integration into other software. We do manufacturing companies, sales, e-commerce, we have IT companies, we have service companies. So actually, from the sector perspective, we are quite broad.
So we have a very close collaboration with the partners, and if they weren't so willing to support us the way they are doing, we couldn't have done it so quickly.
Let's start with the general idea why we have decided to develop this solution for this kind of industry, and I will continue to give you an overview of the core modules we have developed or extended from Odoo Standard. Based on an example process, client wants to buy property, I would like to demonstrate the process and some of the developments in detail. Finally, I would like to summarize the most remarkable features and advantages of the solution. So let's start with the idea to develop a real estate industry solution. Well, we basically had several requests from the real estate industry to implement Odoo. We were facing the situation that Odoo was generally suitable, in some areas even better than specific solutions, but some principal developments would need to be made in order to suit the market 100%. For example, using a specific real estate module or database to store property, and of course to link it to all Odoo modules. When we looked into available solutions on the market, we were astonished that the leading software in the market were quite ugly, old, outdated user interface, complicated to use, not really flexible and adaptable. On top of that, there's not one solution available that can cover the demands of companies across the whole industry, like agents, project developers and property management companies. For each of those areas, there's different software solutions, so those companies, in order to serve their demand, had to use different software solutions, and those of course need to be integrated, and we know how complex that gets. The real estate market as well is huge, in most areas very profitable, and definitely a market that makes sense to look up as well for the future. With the suite of Odoo business applications, on the other hand side, Odoo provides already a very good basis for all of those requirements out of the box. Some features, like for example the integrated web platform or automation possibilities, are provided by not one other system we have seen. Knowing that Odoo is a very powerful development framework, we only had to add the missing pieces to make it 100% fit for the real estate industry. All those reasons mentioned above make the real estate industry the perfect market to develop a specific solution on top of the Odoo framework and offer it then of course to the market. Now I would like to give you an overview of the core modules that we offer depending on the specific need of the customer. In general, all Odoo modules can of course be added. The basis for all systems are normally the CRM, the web platform and our property management module. Depending on the specific needs of the business, other modules can of course be added, like marketing tools or human resource modules, for example. For project developers or construction companies, sales, project management with all additional apps like field service, timesheet, etc. and fulfillment modules like purchasing, inventory, etc. are necessary to fulfill these requirements. Property management companies need, for example, our module utility billing and the full accounting normally in addition. Of course, generally all modules that are available in the Odoo community can be integrated. As one example, I would like to demonstrate the basic process any real estate agent has to manage, and that is the process client wants to buy property. And I would like to show you how we see the future of this process. It starts with making your offer visible via the variety of marketing modules or the connection to multiple real estate platforms in order to inform and attract your clients on your specific offer. If the customer finally visits your own website and platform, they can interact in many ways and use the system fully. So we offer very similar functionality to the big real estate platforms on the platform, like adding favorites, implementing searching profiles, and with Odoo Standard, all of this is integrated in the backend. Sales opportunities are created directly, emails can be automatically sent, or by using own templates, like in Odoo Standard actually. All interactive processes with your clients, like legal confirmation, additional information requests or viewing appointments, take place on the web portal, and clients can interact with you easily. And of course, the whole communication with banks, notary owners, etc., you can manage easily with automated emails in Standard. Just like in Odoo Standard, all of this process can be done, as said, 100% automatically, with email communication done without manual interaction. Even the whole process from taking a property on your platform until sale of the property could be done theoretically completely automatic. Let's see the process with some developments made by us during the last month, and let's see how we would see or how we think the future of this process should look like. As described, there are many ways to get the attention of your clients. For example, with the extensive marketing apps in Odoo, like social media, newsletter, etc., blogs and whatever is available as well in the community, or with the different real estate platforms with an integration we have built. We have developed APIs to interact with those platforms. If you have directed your clients finally on your website, you can use the full power of the solution. For the website, we have developed themes with different widgets that suit and fit 100% to this real estate industry. With our themes, you have generally spectacular searching options on the homepage, on the property page, and some other widgets that are quite helpful. Highlight the most important properties, for example, with an extra viewing on your homepage to enhance the attraction of your properties, so to make them more visible on the website. Detailed searching possibilities and search filters allow your visitors to search for properties on your page. Get in contact with your potential customers and clients and allow them to ask you questions in real time via, for example, the live chat. Show features, descriptions and additional information on the single property page. All information is managed from the backend and of course visible on your website. Let your clients add single properties to their favorites. Then automatically, for example, a sales opportunity is created in your backend system and automatic emails can be sent to start the interaction with your client and, for example, allow them to access additional information after a legal confirmation process in order to further, of course, convince your client and have a smooth interaction with them. Use the built-in Google geolocalization and provide information about the property's energy certificates, for example, from the backend. The client can directly get in touch with you via the contact formula, for example, but there's many other ways. And all those ways, of course, create a sales opportunity in your CRM with all the described automation possibilities. Another way for clients to get in touch with you is the possibility to add a matching profile on the web portal. Then first a sales opportunity is created, but what is even more important is that the matching profile will be added in the CRM. So whenever you get properties or real estate that match with this profile, the client, they can go then, they can get an email with the details of the properties and the sales opportunities created, and that can be done, of course, all 100% automated or with some rules. The matching profile is saved on the web portal and can be changed by the client at any time. No matter when or how the client gets in touch with you, every information is stored in the CRM. So you can implement your own sales pipeline process from general interest via search profile requests, interest in properties and so on, until of course then the final closing. This process you can of course decide easily. Our solution will always help you to have full control of your sales channel. There are many options to customize your views and filter, and in order to see only the really relevant information on the view. On a specific opportunity, the client and the respective property is matched. So you will find all information about the sales opportunity combined in one place, including the whole communication and logging of information and so on. Everything you know, of course, from Odo Standard. Of course, you can easily move into a client detail and see which other properties are interesting for him, what was sold already, what is he looking at, and so on and so forth. Or then, of course, vice versa, you can move into the details of the property to see the status of the other clients that are interested in that property. Well, believe it or not, but we have not found any specialized software that is able to provide you this kind of overview in order to make your decision and in order to improve as well then communication with your clients. Your properties are stored in a database. You can easily change the views, filter and group them like in Odo Standard. Actually, that you can do everywhere in the system. On a single property, you find all fields necessary to describe the property in more details. Well, with our solution, we have combined different standards that are available on the market in order to make it smooth to enter the information. The information is sorted according to the natural reception of information when taking a house or property into your portfolio. So we've created a thought-through process to onboard your property easily. If you take a new property, of course, all your clients with a matching profile can be informed immediately, or sales opportunities can be created. On the top, you see all links into the other modules like CRM with your opportunities, but as well into projects, tasks, invoices, etc., depending on the other core modules you are using. Back to our sales pipeline and the specific opportunity. On the right side you can find the chatter where all changes, communication notes, attachments and activities are recorded. Use, for example, the amazing possibility to work in a collaborative way with your team on opportunities and set activities, which is of course an Odo Standard thing, but we have not seen it in any specific solution we have seen so far. Define your activities and combine them into a fully automated process of many different activities. Well, assign those activities either to yourself for follow-up or to a colleague to support the topic and add additional information in Odo Standard. You can as well add an email template to an activity, for example, so emails can be sent out automatically or after individualizing them with a preview, and then you can of course add information that you like to share as well with your customer. Based on an activity or using any automated trigger, emails can be sent out with a dedicated email template. Establish your own email templates to inform leads, banks, notary, owner, other stakeholder in the process that you need to inform regularly on a sort of standard communication. Those email templates can be adjusted individually and sent out automatically on a defined trigger that has to be set up in the system. Add a link, for example, in the email to the web portal and let your client get further information or communicate with them directly on the portal. Don't send emails with PDF files back and forth and nobody knows who has the update, but of course communicate more direct with your client. For example, the whole legal process can be managed on the web portal, so it's easy for your client to accept certain conditions. For example, in order to get additional documents, etc. There's different legal processes that are necessary. Certainly you have all information on hand in one place, having the full traceability on your data and processes. This process, for example, is not possible with any specific software solution for the industry. On the web portal, the client can have individual access to specific information, contact you immediately with the chat, adapt his matching profile, for example, or get information on new interesting offers, all on the web portal, and manage with links in an email. Of course, for project developers or management companies, the Odoo web portal can be used with all backend apps in standard, of course, on many other purposes as well. Especially in the changing time now, the web portal is becoming a key feature in many industries, as everything has to be online nowadays. This especially applies to the real estate industry and means a big change for most of the industry, and they in some ways work really in the old-fashioned way. The Odoo possibilities with all adaptations and what we've done is quite unique, and for us it is the future of this process as you have seen it with the interaction on the web portal. Let's finally summarize the remarkable features and advantages with our solution. The solution, of course, is fully integrated, so all information is accessible from any place. Any other Odoo app is connected. And of course, all apps in Odoo Enterprise or Community can be added. We can automate almost any process. I think the word used most in that presentation was automated or automatically, and that really means it. With Odoo, of course, we have a stunning user interface, easy to use, fast execution of tasks, and an outstanding collaboration later on for your team. Especially for bigger companies, we can adapt everything with a powerful Odoo development framework that is not possible with most of the other solutions. We have built interfaces to the major real estate platforms, so integration and exchange of information is as well easy and possible. We have developed further on the missing pieces on top of Odoo that were missing in standard. This allows you to actually start using the solution out of the box, especially when you are not a very, very big company that needs their own processes. Finally, of course, the power of Odoo has allowed us to provide this kind of solution. Thank you very much for your attention, and we are looking forward now to receiving your feedback, and of course now we have some time to answer your question. Thank you very much.